won't give it up. No. I want you to reach out. I came here for love. No one can hold me down. I won't give it up. No. I want you to reach out. Hey guys, how are we doing? Did we have a wonderful Juneteenth on yesterday? I sure did. I love being Black and I love being Black. Amen. Amen. Nothing to be proud of right now with this nation, but I love that I'm here. I'm thankful and so honored to be a part of such a wonderful culture. Shout out to my ancestors. What's up, Harriet Tubman? Thank you for doing your big one. Thank you for doing your big one. But I had a good time. I had some family and friends over. I cooked all the food. My mom made the bacon fried cabbage. I made mac and cheese, which I just had this morning. Mac and cheese the next day, delicious. I made mac and cheese, sweet potato ham pies. I made a watermelon drink just from a watermelon. I cut a hole into a watermelon and just blended it. Delicious. My mom made fried fish because you got to have fried foods because that's the foods that we ate when we were fleeing to freedom. My family went from Savannah, Georgia to Philadelphia. What else did I make? I made green beans. Also, I had to make a vegetarian smothered green bean just because, my guests were from, the LA people. They're all skinny. And now everybody don't eat meat and all of this stuff. So I had to make 2 sets of those. I had rice because that was also something that, my ancestors still eat. But that was like, rice is a big part of Black American communities. Black communities in general, but Black American communities as well. What else? I made some other stuff. I made a lot of food. I was cooking from 7:30 to about 3 p.m. yesterday. Yikes. And like half of it is already gone. Half of it is already gone, but it was a really good time. After we ate, we did our, we always do like a ceremony every Juneteenth where we read a poem from a Black American author. We sing songs, we dance. We had a really, really good time. Then my sister does the history of Juneteenth. So much fun. And then to end the night, we watched Love Island. I had a Juneteenth Love Island watch party, and it was a good time. It was. What an episode. That was a fun Juneteenth episode. We needed that. No drama on Juneteenth. No drama on Juneteenth. No drama. Let me get a super chat. Listen, obviously I feel like NikkiNicoleStar is not going to happen. But before we get into it, thank you for the super chat. Obviously, we said NikkiNicoleStar crumbs on Juneteenth. Happy birthday, Black people. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. We are not going to be shipping a Black woman with a white man on Juneteenth. What I will say this is, though, I don't think that's going to happen because we'll get into it. But Nick's response to the bombshell, he ain't never treated Alondria like that. And I'll also say this. If Nick wanted her, he would pursue her. Y'all have to require more than crumbs, especially from your oppressor. But thank you so much for the super chat. But I don't think NikkiNicoleStar is happening. I do not think NikkiNicoleStar is happening. Anyway, let me put my timer on for 5 minutes, and then I will get into the review. All right, let's go. I came here for love. I came here for me. She was a hot girl, child, and she was just what that villa needed. Y'all are really hyping up NikkiNicoleStar. Even Empathy said last night was a much-needed reprieve for Huda and Jeremiah. It was. B. Nickel said, so are we going to talk about Hannah's? Ciao. I told you about Miss Hannah. Ryan said, this episode was so refreshing. I was laughing and smiling. I love Meg's energy. She was the perfect energy for the villa. Hey, Mama Star. My mama said, I can't wait to hear what Nikki has to say about this episode. Plus, Make Thee Stallion was a great addition for sure. She really, really was. And my mom also said, and because my mom is saying it, you better listen. My mama also said, please, our family, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel and tell a friend to join us. We always have a great time at NikkiStar TV. We sure do. And also, guys, for tonight's live, that will be a call-in show. So if you do want to call in, like basically, I'm going to share the link and whoever wants to join can join. The only stipulation is you have to want to be on camera. So I can't come up here with somebody's faceless profile. The only people who can be faceless are like Star family members who have been here from the beginning and that I know. If I don't know you, I just cannot trust you with my audience with not having your pickup. Miss Afro Majestic said, hey, Mama Star, glad you're enjoying the show. She loves it. Mama Star's going to be on tonight. Shamiko said, good afternoon, Nikki and Chad. Happy Friday. Hope everyone had a wonderful day. I am here with my popcorn and ready for this review. Love from St. Kitts. Amen. The new bombshell. She's bombshelling. Obviously, me said, getting made for a Lug Island episode that aired on Juneteenth was probably production's biggest one. Big one, honestly. Absolutely. It was a good one. It was a good one. Hey, Zora. Zora said, why do the men keep getting... We're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. Miss Jinka said, the new woman bombshell is literally everybody's... She is throwing that villa upside down. Thid said, Nikki, can we talk about how Taylor may secretly have a crush on Huda? He wanted her in the beginning. They're holding hands. He makes her breakfast. He's pulling out her chairs. Just a thought. I don't know. I felt like he was I felt like he was parenting her this episode. I really, really did. I felt like he was parenting her. Hey, Sarah. Sarah said, hey, Nikki, can we address looking in the room? Did anyone else knows Ace's real name was Steven? Wait, I totally missed that. I totally missed that. Yes, V Nickel, hit the like button. Thank you, Star Family. Brown Girl 44 said Amaya has become one of my faves. Let's get her a bombshell since Alondria is being a fool for Taylor. Let me tell you something. Siri, go away. I didn't call you. Ciao. I don't think Alondria is going to be a fool for much longer. I think this bombshell is finally going to show her what we've been screaming at the TV. I think she's finally going to see it. Oh, thank you so much. Me and my manager are working on something. So you guys it will happen. I can't say this year because it's so new, but I'm definitely doing something with cooking that you all will be able to come to. CJ said rice is also of the African. I said black, but I know. I know that some people are like newly coming to being black, but when I say black, I'm talking about everybody. When I say black American, just, us. But that's what I mean. Like rice is a part of like every black community. So rice was really essential in the cooking because it was also something that we not only farmed or harvested, it's also something that we would take with us. We would tie rice in our cornrows so that we could have something to eat while we were fleeing. What a history, man. What a history. And I have to sit here in this nation and act like everything is normal. My God, today. My God, today. Laura Becker says, the food sounds so good. Happy Juneteenth. Thank you so much, Laura. Fid said, Nick's mom and family loves Alondria and sees a connection from Nick and her. Nick needs to bust a move. Yeah, I love that his family is in on it, but I'm just like, he not looking like he wanted. Kiki said, a nice Black A episode with laughs and fun. Thank you, Megan. It was fun. It was such a fun episode. Victoria said, such an entertaining episode. I love that Meg's favorite moment was Nick saying, Mom. Yes. She was really good for this show. Hey, Irene. Irene said, I love that Meg was on that episode too, especially on Juneteenth. Me too. I'm going to get 3 more and then we're going to get into it. Mom of 8, hey, said Nick turned around when Alondria was twerking and visibly gave him the ick when he saw her twerking. Really? I thought he liked it. I thought he was very respectful, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's a cute online concept, but it's not gonna happen. Sarah said, I don't know. It's kind of giving Nick only wants to kiss on her, but doesn't actually want to explore an actual connection, like as if she's only for play, but don't want her. Well, baby, that's a story of dark skinned black women, right? Dark skinned black women are everybody's type sexually. When it comes to like relationships and like, taking black women, dark skinned black women in spaces of elevation, of wealth, of whiteness, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because in my community, I don't know if it's for any other community. I'm just speaking for the Black American community. In my community, dark skin is seen as strength, and it only works for the men. You do not, because this generation and the generation prior of men have fallen for like white patriarchy, basically white supremacy, right? And so they want to establish a sort of patriarchy within the black community, but that patriarchy was invented by our shared oppressor. So it does not work because it's still a form of slavery and oppression. So basically patriarchy is just the slavery of women. And black women are just like, no, we're free. That's not going to work. So they still apply those ideas within the black community. But the issue is that black women, especially dark-skinned black women, are not going for it. We're like, no, you're not going to enslave us. It's absolutely not going to happen. So with dark-skinned black women, you're seen as strong. You're seen as somebody that any man cannot conquer, cannot enslave. So because of that, because we exude strength and men don't like strength in women because men want to enslave women, we are seen as not the preference, but we're not the preference because we're strong, right? But we're the preference in your bedroom. We're the preference for your porn. Like, same thing with big girls. Hello. Like, it's just like you can't take us outside of the bedroom because then it will upset the patriarchy. So that's what we're seeing happen right within the show. Like, that's why I said Love Island is such a good show. It's such like a reflector of what society is currently, right? So you have Ace. Ace is controlling, 22-year-old Ace is controlling the entire game. Whoever he tells these men to like, they will like. Why? Because Ace has been put on a pedestal by the men. So they are men who are natural followers, are following Ace's every step except Austin. Why isn't Austin following Ace in his footsteps? Because Austin is a white man. Not saying that, not the same for Nick, right? But Nick is obviously a white man who has grown up in a very diverse community. You can hear it and you can see it. When you meet an empathetic white person, you know that they grew up in a diverse environment, because empathy is not something that is put on the white community. Like, they're just not raised with empathy. That's why they don't want their kids to be educated. That's why they want, to segregate everything, because when you put your children, especially white children, in a space with people who are non-white, they start to develop empathy. And you cannot have white people with empathy, because then it changes the white supremacist dynamic within America and global, right? Because America is, no shade, that girl. So America is the Ace of the globe, right? So that's why you have those issues. But Austin is not following Ace. Austin's like, I'm a white dude. I'm following him for what? I am at the top of the food chain. So he don't see Ace like everybody else sees Ace. He sees Ace as a joke. And is actually real upset that Ace is running the game and not him, because in his mind, he's supposed to be running it because of how society is set up. So the minute Ace tells them boys what to do, they fall in line because they have made him the leader. Austin will never fall in line. Austin's never going to fall in line behind a black man. Absolutely not. Because Austin was raised to believe that he is the superior being on this. So he's not going to fall for Ace's mess, and he's not going to fall in line behind Ace. And as long as he is in that villa, he is going to be Ace's greatest enemy. Let's get into the review. Let's get into the review. Oh, one line. I'm going to end with KG. KG said, on the Ace and Steven note, I think Shelly's real name is Michelle. I think so too. I caught Teller calling her that during the ping pong pancakes, just like Bella. These are their stage TV names, y'all. Absolutely agree. I'm going to get into my review and then we will hop back into the comments. First off, I want to say this to the Love Island producers. Yet again, y'all ate that up. Let me tell you how these producers are 10 steps ahead of everybody. Like every time they make a move, I be gagged. Like, oh my God, y'all did it. Oh my God, y'all did it. Because here's the thing. This episode with Megan, I can guarantee you and I can assure you, this episode was not planned. This was not a planned episode. What happened, I believe, and I think I'm right. What happened was all of you new Love Island watchers were calling for Huda to be, what is it, 304? Y'all was calling for Huda to be 304. Y'all needed a psych evaluation. Y'all wanted her off the show. Y'all said that she was bad for the show. And y'all were just like, oh my God, we got to get her out here. This is not safe. The producers are keeping this woman hostage. Get her out of there. It's sick. It's scary. She has to go. Put her in a psych ward stat. Right? I'm going to put a pin in that. I want to say this. I think a lot of you new Love Island watchers are very young. Because if Love Island, if you think that Love Island is too much, baby, you couldn't survive the challenge the early years. You could not have survived the challenge the early years. You think you could have survived Flavor of Love? Do y'all remember when they was fighting on the balcony and one girl almost threw another girl off the balcony? Y'all couldn't have survived Next, especially the gay edition of Next. Y'all could not have survived the early reality TV days. If y'all are thinking this is much, that lets me know you were a child. You were a child during the early reality TV days, baby. Because this right here, Love Island is light work. This is a light work for reality TV. You think this is bad? It's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. The challenge, y'all love CT so much. CT used to beat up on a black man just because he was black. Blacked his eye just because he was black. Y'all could not have survived early reality TV. So anyway, the producers were just like, listen, we got to do a reset in that villa. Because the new Love Island watchers, they got their panties in a bunch. And they're called, this is the reason why I also think this is because the new Love Island watchers, their outcry has become so big. I've seen Love Island topics and Huda's mental health on like spaces I would never see it. Afropunk posted an entire article about Huda's mental health. I said, Afropunk, what the hell are you doing? There ain't nothing Afro or punk about Huda. Why are y'all doing this whole thing about the producers need to intervene for her mental health? What are you doing? Why are you here? Then R29, Refinery 29 or whatever, they're doing stuff in Essence. It's talking about how Love Island is not a healthy environment. I'm like, oh my God. Watch the show and go to bed. It's not that deep. It really, really, really isn't. People who sign up for reality TV might not know what they're getting into fully, but they absolutely know partially what's about to go down. It is like, especially how big Love Island was last year. Ain't nobody come to this show not knowing what it was going to be fully. I'll give them that. Fully, they didn't know, but they absolutely knew they were going on a reality TV show. Because if the minute they got there and it was the reality TV was reality TVing, they had every option to leave. But you You stay because of the 15 minutes of fame you're going to get from this, the opportunities that you're going to get from this. You stay because you may have went in the villa with 900 followers, but now you got 2.6 million and you're not even out of the villa. Everybody who comes to this show is expecting a come up. And if you are coming on this show expecting to come up, just know the show is getting an even bigger come up from you. So because of all of these new people and all of these like triggered children, now it's becoming such a big deal. I highly believe that this was an episode that the producers created with like not even a week's notice. And the reason why I think they're capable of doing this, because look at the quality of show that they are giving us, and they are filming and editing in real time. They're like probably a day or two ahead of us. I'm telling you, as somebody who edits, as somebody who's worked in editing bays, it is not easy to film and edit. You need months. That's why for the regular reality TV shows, you don't get those shows for like a year. A lot of the stuff that you're seeing on The Real Housewives was filmed last year. You're just watching it now because that's how much time you really should have to film and edit a show. Love Island is doing it in real time. Real time. They got to be 10 steps ahead of the audience. I honestly believe that this whole thing with Megan, they just put this in. This episode 15, was not supposed to be that, but they did that to shut up the new Love Island watchers and calm down the negativity that the show was getting over Huda. Here is why. Everybody loved this episode. It was so fun. It was literally a commercial for Megan Thee Stallion's swimwear line. And how the hell is she going to say no to that? A show that gets 1 million viewers per freaking episode, and she's coming out with a new product? There's no way she's passing it up. So it's a great opportunity for her to hawk her swim care line to 1 million young people, and then also advertise what she has going on personally. You're not forgetting about her. She's still, on the minds of everybody. And then it also shows how much of a great host she is and the impact that she has. This has worked out well for everybody, but it just also solidifies the fact that these producers are like no other. They are eating. No way this episode was already prepared. There's no way. They did this to shut everybody up because they cannot get rid of Huda. There's no way. If you are not new to Love Island, you need a crash out to say on this show until we get to movie night. Then you can let them go. Because the end of Love Island is always a love story. The beginning, messy. It is messy. It is chaotic. It's supposed to be that way. The last week of Love Island, that's when you get all the, the cute little dates and everybody, oh, what are we going to do after the villa? That's the last week, the last few days when everybody votes, because it's so sweet and serene and it becomes very romantic. But leading up to it, it's absolute chaos. That's what the show was supposed to be. They put this episode in to calm down the new watchers because the show is getting even bigger. And when you have these voices, especially publications, now commenting on your show and, casting a negative light on you, it creates issues for you. Here's why. Shows like this need brands, need advertisers to stay engaged because that's how they make money. You don't just make money off of viewership. You also make money off of commercials because those of us who are not paying, I pay because I can't do the commercials, but I only watch the commercials I'm in, child. But for those of us who are watching with commercials, the Love Island is getting paid big money, top dollar by advertisers to advertise in between this show. So they also have to stay not squeaky clean, but they cannot get in any kind of controversy that will make advertisers go, I don't want to advertise my product during something like this. If you're abusing women and taking advantage of their mental health, you don't want to align your brand to that. So I absolutely believe that they did this episode to just, because they can't get rid of Huda. Before the Twitter challenge, before Casa, you crazy? No way. They can't get rid of that girl. I absolutely believe that this episode was not planned, and that just shows how freaking amazing they are, because it was an amazing episode. An amazing episode. It did what it needed to do. It brought joy back into the villa, and it reset the villa, and now it's feeling like a new show. Let's go. Let's go. So Huda, the famous crash out of the season. And also, I also want to say this about Huda and her crashing out or whatever, and how people, how she's a polarizing character. Did everybody get amnesia from last year? There are a lot of polarizing characters on the show. Everybody's talking about, oh, we need to get Miguel's friends in as bombshells. I'm like, remember when we didn't like Miguel because of the way he treated Serena? Remember that? Remember when Miguel was telling Cordell, you sure Serena is the kind of woman you want to bring home to your mother? Remember that? We ain't like him. We ain't like that mixed rice Damon. We didn't like him. But now everybody done forgot. And now everybody want to get Miguel's friends on the show. You think that's smart? Serena, polarizing character. Every other episode, she had me pulling out my edges. I said, girl, what are you doing? Now everybody loves Serena and Cordell. Let's give it a moment. Let the show breathe. Let it entertain us. I'm telling you, they're doing their job. They're supposed to, each episode is supposed to have you in a tizzy until you get to the last week, the romantic week. And it's all lovey-dovey until the end. This is what Love Island is, baby. Chaos. And it's about to get even more chaotic. But I do agree with Miss Huda this episode when she was talking to the girls about Jeremiah. And she was just like, he just gets rewarded for everything. He gets a bombshell. America votes for him to have this. And she was just talking about all the things that he gets. I'm not necessarily agreeing with her about Jeremiah. I'm agreeing with her about the men. The men of Love Island this season have had such a great ride. They continue to get rewarded with great bombshells. The girls, not so much. I'm not saying that Pepe and Jalen weren't great bombshells. I was just saying we were in a drought. And then they said these two guys. And I'm like, okay, thank you for sending them two. Let's send 3 more in. Start rewarding the ladies with bombshells. Start rewarding the ladies with power of choosing. I feel like the guys keep on choosing and they keep on getting bombshells. So I do agree with her, not necessarily with Jeremiah, but the fact that I feel like Love Island has been very unfair to the women of the show. Like, it's crazy how the men continue to get rewarded and the girls are just sitting there thirsty, fighting over Ace. My God, today. So let's talk about this. A lot of you are just like, oh, Taylor. Not a lot. I'm embellishing. One of you I've seen said that, do you think that Taylor is in the Huda? And I'm just like, I felt like he was sick of her. I did not get that Taylor was, where's that cowboy? You know what the thing is about Taylor? We can't really clock him. And I think the reason why we can't really clock him is because Taylor does not act human. Taylor acts like, he gives me Men in Black. Taylor acts like an alien that has put on a human meat suit and is trying to interact with humans. But it's like, why would you do that? Why would you make that movement? That's what it gives. He's very like foreign to the human body. It's something, there's definitely like, you're from another planet. Big Men in Black vibes. So anyway, Taylor, this episode, sick of Huda. Everybody's sick of Huda. Taylor, I couldn't believe it. Huda came over to him and was like, Taylor, you know you my boo. Thank you so much for saving me. And he was like, all right, yeah, don't do that again. I'm like, Taylor. He was like, enough. You can't do that again, because if you do it again, I'm going to be on you. And he meant every word. Because when Huda went to go talk to Jeremiah and Taylor was sitting there minding his business and then he could hear her, When he heard her elevated voice, he got, ain't nobody say nothing to Taylor. Taylor got up and he went and stood outside that door and looked at her and gave her the eye. I was just like, are you her parent? I'm telling you, it was, I didn't get that he was attracted to her. It gave me black dad. It gave me black dad who told them kids to go to bed and he heard somebody still talking. So he went upstairs, belt in hand, door open, and just like, I thought I told y'all to go to sleep. Now somebody say another thing. That's what it was giving me. Oh, he's sick of her. He is sick of her. Huda tried to come over there, but thank you for saving me. You my brother. And he was like, I'm tired, Huda. You have to do better. We can't do this anymore. So let's get on our A game. And every time she stepped out of line, he was right there. Huda stood outside that door. And Huda was like, I'm okay, Taylor. And he's not playing with her. I do not get that he's attracted to her. I get that he is frustrated. And the thing about it is, Taylor would have not stood behind Huda had it not been Jalen up there. And the only reason why he stood behind Huda is because of Jalen. Same thing. Remember, I told y'all it was Ace. Ace said the same thing. Ace he did not want to save Huda. He was just like, I hope I made the right choice. But he was just like, I had to stand behind Huda because I had to do that for Taylor. I like Jalen, but I know that, Taylor and Jalen are fighting over the same girl. So I just had to do what I had to do for my boy. I told you that decision Ace made was absolutely about Taylor and not about Huda at all. Speaking of Taylor, let's go back to him. His friend got on TikTok, another cowboy, and he was just talking about, he was saying that he does not have a colorism problem and that he does like black women and that he does like Alondria. He's attracted to her. And he was just like, he's just weird. That's the thing. Like, Taylor is just a weird guy and it takes him a very long time. I will agree with that. However, when that big booty Latina walked into the villa, Taylor suddenly started acting human. Suddenly he had human emotions. He's dapping up Ace, his exact words. Now we got something to work with. What? Alondria is not his type. And somebody let Taylor's friend who was running his Instagram know. His Instagram and his TikTok. No, we clocked him. Who the hell is that? Did I get a delivery? Time out. Time out. I got a delivery. What the hell? Hold on. Hello? Sorry, that was my maintenance man. Oh, Lord. Welcome to a NikkiStar Live. Um. Anyway, what was we talking about? Taylor being weird. Taylor being weird. Oh, basically, Alondra is not his type, guys. We got to be honest there. He doesn't like Alondra. I'm sorry. I live in a townhouse. I had to run up a lot of steps. Taylor doesn't like Alondra physically. He's not physically attracted to her. His type walked into that villa last night. His type. Now that don't mean that that's who he gonna get, but that's what he liked, and that's what he prefers. It honestly could be his upbringing. It honestly could be his surroundings. But men like him cannot appreciate the baddie that is Alondra. Alondra eats in the Black community. In the Black community, that's like a Black community. That is like a community that has been in whatever area they have been in for generations. That community where their enslaved ancestors settled and stayed there, those kind of communities she thrives in. Now listen, as a chocolate baddie myself, I've done well for myself in LA, but I eat in Philadelphia. I eat in Philadelphia. Philadelphia, a predominantly Black city that has been a predominantly Black city since the 1800s. You know what I mean? And there is long Black roots in Philly. So Alondra can only be appreciated in in her community that is not as colonized. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So I don't think he can fully appreciate or recognize what a baddie she is, because I don't think his community is like a lot. I think him and Alondra come from two very different places. They do, like the country thing keeps them together, but I think his country is a very different country than Alondra's country. I think Alondra's country has Black roots. I think his country has white roots. And those country white roots, yikes. Yikes. So he can't appreciate her because he can't see her. He can't see her, but he can see that big booty Latina. My God, today. My God, today. Amaya, love her. I want her with somebody else other than Austin. Here is why, for obvious reasons. But also, it is so cringe watching her trying to appease Austin. She's like rubbing on him. Oh, you're this, you're big muscle. You're such a great guy. Oh, you're so smart. I can see it. He's never complimented her. I never see him pursuing her or reciprocating what she's giving to him back. It's always her. She's ironing his shirts. Ugh. What has he done anything for you? Like what she's doing, all of these things. I hope she's just doing it to play the game, but she is like really nurturing and clocking into this man. And I just have not seen the same affection or just pursuit from Austin that I see from Amaya. And if we're keeping a buck, Austin pursued Shelly more than he pursued Amaya. So I want better for her. I hope another bombshell comes in that can work with her, because I want her to get back what she's giving out. Because I think she deserves, I don't think she deserves that. And I want her to experience that. But the way she is like cringing over Austin, it is just, I mean, the way she's like pursuing him, it's just so cringe watching. First of all, she never lets the man speak, and she just spoils him with like compliments and care. And I have not seen that reciprocated. And I'm like, no, Maya, you deserve better than that. You deserve way better than that. She got that whole villa shook. So the bar place seems to be like the hot space now where everybody goes. So Iris and Jeremiah were talking in like the little bar area, and Huda walks in. The fear on the both of them. Jeremiah was like, Iris was like, I'm like, it's just Huda. It's 5'4" Huda. If y'all don't flick her across the villa and stop acting scared. So anyway, she comes in while Iris and Jeremiah are talking. Iris and Jeremiah have no connection. There's no attraction there. Iris's type is not ethnic. Her type is what walked in the villa. Her type is white men. I keep on trying to tell y'all. Y'all was like, oh, Iris and Ace. Iris don't want nothing black. Her type is white men. Okay? So there's no connection there, but they're like they're both trying to force something. This is Austin and Shelley 2.0. They're both trying to force something, but she's not attracted to him. I don't think he's attracted to her either, but I think that he would try more for this to work than she would. So anyway, they're talking. Huda walks in. They're both terrified. They're not saying anything. And Huda's like, Iris, can I talk to Jeremiah, please? And Iris was like, sure. One thing I love about Iris, no social cues. She doesn't have not one social cue within her. Because Iris sat there like, if you want to talk to him, talk. Sure, you can talk to him. Sure. And Huda's like, no, can I talk to him? And I was like, yeah, sure you can. And then Huda's like, can I sit where you're sitting to talk to him? And I was just like, oh, okay. Mama don't got no social cues. So she gets up and leaves, and Huda sits down to talk to Jeremiah. And this was so hard to watch because you know that she thought that she was dumping him. And I'm like, Huda, he dumped you an episode ago. But she's just like, I don't have any ill will towards you. I want us to continue to be friends, and I want this to be cordial. And Jeremiah's like, yeah, sure. Because he's out. Jeremiah has been emancipated. He's free. And he's having a good old time in the villa now that he is free of her. So she starts all of this crying, and Jeremiah is just checked out. And she's just like, I want you to have fun and enjoy this experience the same as I. And he's sitting there like, okay. I'm like, honey, you are not the dumper here. You're the dumpy. You're the one being dumped. So anyway, they get up and she's like, can I hug you? And she goes to hug Jeremiah. He hugs her like a coach is hugging some kid on a little league team. Like no affection, like we're like, real buddy trying to get out of that situation. She pulls that man in and looks into his eyes and tries to kiss him. She tried to kiss him, and he was like, ah! I was like, oh my God, you got curved on national TV. Oh my God, this is going to live forever. This is going to live forever. Huda, I need you to clock in. But I feel like with Huda is the result, and I always talk about this because it's true, guys. It's true. This is the result of dating black men with low racial self-esteem. Because she cannot believe that Jeremiah doesn't want her. Like, she's just like, he doesn't, like, she can't recognize that because she is so used to being the prize with black men, but she doesn't realize she is entertaining and dating and being in relationships with black men with low racial self-esteem, that we have different categories. Jeremiah is a black guy that can get anybody. So he's not hurting over a Huda because he can get, I'm not saying better, but he can get another Huda. Or, he could get a Keisha, a Huda, a Melissa, a May Lee. Like, he's not hurting over losing her because he always has options, right? But Huda can't understand why he don't want her. Speaking of Meg Thee Stallion, do y'all remember when those white escorts were doing some podcast and they were talking about Megan Thee Stallion's current boyfriend? Because one of the escorts used to be a client of the Megan Thee Stallion's current boyfriend. And they do this thing now, I guess, because sex work is not legal in America unless you're in Vegas. But they do this thing where they say, "Oh, I dated him. Y'all were not dating. You were a working girl. He was paying you for puss." But I guess because it's not legal, they call it dating, right? But they were just like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that he's with her because she's not his type," right? Because I guess he was paying for puss, but the puss that he was paying for was always Caucasian. Like he got a little alabaster puss thing. So she's thinking, well, he was only sleeping with white women. So or that I know of, so I can't believe that he's actually with a black woman. And again, I'm not saying that her current boyfriend doesn't have low rates of self-esteem. But what happens with women like this is they don't understand when a black man that they think that they or black men that they think that they have control over because of their otherness, because of their non-blackness, they can't imagine them going back or being with somebody not like them, because they're just like, it's me. Like, why can't I control this situation? Like the black men that I normally date, they put me on the pedestal. They're salivating. They're so happy to have somebody like me. They tell me I'm so much better than their women. Why is this one? Why isn't he doing what I want him to do? Like, I don't understand. Why can't I control this one? I'm able to farm the rest of them on the freaking plantation. That is my otherness. But this one, I can't. So that's also what I think the crash out is. She can't control Jeremiah. And I think she's very used to controlling Jeremiah because the black men that she encounters are black men with low self-esteem, low racial self-esteem that she can control. But this one she can't. And I honestly feel like when she was sitting there telling him that, that she wants them to be friends and wants them to move forward, she thought she was breaking up with him because she thinks that she has the upper hand. This might be the first black man or the first non-white guy that she has ever met that doesn't see her as a prize. And that is probably another reason why she's having the crash outs that she's having, because this is not normal for her. Not normal at all. And I think we're going to see that more, especially with this new bombshell. We're going to see that more. We're going to, especially with Hannah. Oh, we're going to see it. We're going to see some crash outs, because when the preference gets out preferenced, child, some good TV we about to get. So I think that's another thing with her. She just can't understand how this guy is not salivating over her. Before, when she had him, it was good. And then when he got gone, she can't fathom it. She cannot recognize it. But it is completely over with her and Jeremiah, at least according to Jeremiah. Because Huda did all that crying, tried to kiss that man. He walked out of there and they was like, what happened? And he was like, basically, that's done with. We're over. And he meant it. He meant it. Jeremiah, this entire episode, happy, free. It's enjoyable watching him now experience Love Island because he's having such a good time. He don't want Iris. Iris don't want him, but he would rather be partnered up with her because he can have fun in this villa. He can't have fun being coupled up with Huda. I don't think he's ever going back. And I think that Huda thinks that she still has some kind of control over him. And that new bombshell, she's about to produce a lot of crash outs. She is about to produce a lot of crash outs. But when that poor little Tink Tink, when she tried to kiss that man, I said, my God, this is going to live forever. This footage of you is going to live forever. Listen, rejection is hard, especially when you think that you're the prize. And, listen, Huda, this is your first time being rejected by a Negro. It won't be the last. So buckle up. Buckle up. And tighten up. This is embarrassing. I hope that was your last crash out over him. I know it's going to be another one. But let's just let this be done and let's move on. The women, speaking of like everybody being sick of Huda, the women are also sick of Huda. They like every clip was the girls telling her, "This is it. You can't do this again. Let's act like we got some sense." And Huda's not hearing them. Huda's not hearing them, but she heard Sierra. She heard Sierra. Sierra said, "Oh, I'm not going to do this with you again." She said, "You almost went home." And she said, "You have to do better because I am not going to save you again. Like, you can't, this cannot happen." And she meant it. I'm telling you, Taylor was the dad of Huda this season, this episode, and Sierra was the mom. Taylor was stern and to the point and said, "Don't make me say it again." Sierra was just like, "I hear you, I understand you, but this cannot and will not happen again." The bill is sick of her. The bill is sick of her. And if Huda has any sense, she will clock in and realize she don't have any more lifelines. This is it for her. And she also needs to realize she was only saved because of Taylor. They did not want to leave Taylor's competition in the show because, again, Ace thinks that he's running the game. He is, but he doesn't realize the producers in America have power over this game. So Ace thinks that he is going to be him and Shelly, number one, Taylor and Alondria, number two, and Sierra and Nick, number three. And all the guys are playing the game this way. But they have no idea what America and the producers have in store for them. Because just when Ace thinks the game is locked in, we get some bombshells. We get some bombshells. But Sierra wasn't playing with her. She told her to get it together, and she meant it. I think that Sierra was the only one that Huda really heard, because Sierra didn't lead. She did not like let her eyes go anywhere. She leaned into Huda, eyes wide, and said, "Don't do this again. We cannot have this." And Huda was trying to do the talking. "Oh, girl, you know, no, because that was just that moment. Sierra was like, "Huda, it cannot happen again." So I hope Huda realizes that her lifelines are done. Her lifelines are done. What was so sad to me was the conversation with Alondria and Shelly, and they were the baddest chicks in the villa, are literally sitting there talking about how the men that they are coupled up with don't do enough, don't pursue them enough. They're not they're not getting from them what they give to them. It's so sad to see. But again, Love Island is a mirror. Love Island is a mirror to society. And I know so many women could relate to that conversation. And they're just like, "Yeah, he got to do more." And I'm like, this is so sad, because I know that this is probably not their norm. I know they don't have to work this hard, especially if they live, reside, work, and date within the Black community. They don't have to work this hard. And it's so sad to see that we, the watchers, we see their worth, but the men that they're with do not. So sad. So that's why I'm begging the show to send them in some bombshells. Y'all keep on rewarding these men with great bombshells. But the women, when they do get a bombshell, it's two. And then we got one that got voted out. Like, come on, it's not fair. Speaking of bombshells, let's talk about Pepe blowing out Hannah's back. Slow stroking the hell out of that girl. Slow stroking the hell. I was like, what is going on? Love Island. Now enough is enough. Now enough is a damn enough. We get a little too lackadaisical with the night footage. I could not believe it. I was like, and they normally Love Island will give you a little clip and you'll see a little hunching and move on. They stayed right there. They stayed right there. And Pepe, first of all, not only is he slow stroking her, he's looking around to see who's up. Ah! Oh my God! Oh, and then Hannah turns around to reassure him that he was doing a good job. I told y'all about Hot Girl Summer Hannah. All that crying over Charlie's picture, performance. Performance. I told y'all. Hannah may like talking to Charlie, but Pepe was who that body wanted. And she got exactly what she wanted. I will say, Hot Girl Summer Hannah, you outdid yourself because I did not think that you was gonna bang Pepe that early. Right after, is Charlie like, is he still in Fiji? Girl, I want to know Charlie's thoughts of this episode. My God, today. I said, oh, ah! At my Juneteenth party, my God, today. Everybody leaned up like we were watching it, and everybody sat up to the TV. We were all like, no, this is not happening. It was happening. I can't believe these people have sex on camera. Crazy work. Crazy work. My God, today. Poor Charlie. He still think he got something. My God. I love me some Hot Girl Summer Hannah. I'm telling you right now, Hannah's going to be great content moving forward. She's already been good content, right? She's going to be great. And you will see why. You will see why. So Megan Thee Stallion showed up to the villa, and I have to say this: before the show let us know that she was coming to the villa, they teased her as a bombshell, and I was like, if that's the bombshell, everybody in trouble. Everybody is in trouble. And then the next, like, first look or whatever, we saw that it was Megan. I was like, okay, that makes sense, because I was just like, this is talent. This is talent. She was amazing on this episode. She brought the fun. She brought the energy. When she walked into the dressing room with the girls and they were screaming or whatever, and she was just, telling them that she's watching the show and encouraging them, loving on them. It was just, she was a breath of fresh air. Huda, you better watch them B words. You better watch them B words, because when she said it to Megan, I was just like, oh, you too comfortable. You are too comfortable. But I just loved how Megan loved on the women. I loved her commercial for her swim care line on this episode. She was fun. She was so interesting. She had some great one-liners when they were walking downstairs to meet the guys. I think it was Huda who said that her behind was amazing. And she was like, and it clapped when I walked too. I was like, Peacock, are you sure you can show this on TV? And then when she was in her confessional talking about Huda and Nick, she said, when he said Mama Sita, she's fun. She was good TV, and she's watching it in real time, completely invested like the rest of us. This was good. Like Megan, I've been a fan of her since she came out, her early days, child. But I'm so glad that she just continues to get good press, especially with all that circling her and that man that shot her. So I was just really happy to just see her have a good time and just bring so much joy to the villa. It was a good time. It was a really good time watching her. She was a fabulous host. That twerk game was so much fun. And I really liked seeing the cast have fun in the villa for once. They've been so stressed out. Like when Jeremiah was trying to talk to Nick about him, talking to Huda, Nick was like, all right, God, I can't. I don't want to hear anymore. Like Nick been saying his mental health was affected by all of their fighting. So it was just so fun to see them having a good time. Everybody's twerking, the boys showing out, the girls showing out. I knew that Huda and Alondria were going to eat. Ace with his crumping. Austin, of course, he was going to be the first one to dance on Meg. He's hella freaked out, so that did not shock me. But it was really, really fun. I love the games that she hosted, and it was just nice to see them have a good time finally. So anyway, Meg's here. She's hosted the twerk challenge. And she lets them know that if they win this twerk challenge and a limbo challenge, and it was also a puzzle challenge. So the puzzle challenge, they had to put together the new bombshell, and whoever put together the new bombshell first, the puzzle of the bombshell, they get their bombshell to come in. So the ladies, they put together their bombshell first, and in walks TJ. Okay. White girls need love too. So I'm gonna let them rock with TJ. Iris and Hannah, they're in the villa. Let's give them some eye candy. But again, he's handsome. I think he's a good bombshell. I want a certain bombshell for Shelly and Alondria. And I don't know if we're going to get it. I don't know if we're going to get it. Because as soon as I saw TJ, I said, TJ ain't going for Shelly or Alondria. And of course, we see him in a preview kissing Iris, who is excited to kiss him because that is her type. But TJ's here. And let me tell you something. TJ, attractive. Got a little too much dip on his chip about his attractiveness. He was like, I look better in person, don't I? TJ, we doing a bit too much, okay? We doing a bit too much. But the ladies get their bombshell, and that's TJ. Then Meg was like, well, okay, I think the guys deserve their bombshell too. The way this woman is going to flip this villa up. Remember, we were talking about it. We were like, we got to get a bad Latina in the villa. We thought it was going to be Amaya. Amaya came in and got hot too soon, right? So it was just like, who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? And so we're thinking, who is going to be the one that flips the villa upside down? And this is why I always say these producers are 10 steps ahead of us. They had this girl in the chamber waiting to flip this villa upside down. So Megan says the boys deserve their bombshell. This chick walks in. Ay. And let me tell you something. Love Island knows that she's a baddie. Here is why. There's always the intro of the slow rise when the person is walking in. The way that cameraman ate her intro up. We're all at my Juneteenth party. We're watching this girl walk in, and as soon as that camera started panning up, we all was like, yeah! Everybody at the party was like, yes! Because we know she is about to change the game. Little Miss Thickness is about to change the game. She walks in, and let me tell you something. The men, when they heard Megan Thee Stallion was on the show, they lost it. Of course, it's Megan Thee Stallion. Of course. She walked in, just a regular human being. She walked in, Ace and Taylor. Nick, oh my God. Austin, salivating, hunch in the air. Like, these boys lost it when this girl walked in. And she's like, hi, guys. I love a baddie that knows she a baddie. She was like, hi, guys. How are you doing? Yes! The Dominicans are taking over. She's like, I'm Dominican, but I'm from Spain. And Pepe started speaking Spanish. I have never seen Pepe like this. I have never seen. He was excited. He was like, hola. And as soon as Pepe started speaking Spanish, his face was bright red. That's how excited he was to see her. As soon as he started speaking Spanish, the camera, I'm telling you, these producers give them their tens, pans over to Hannah. Hannah's like, because she know. Hannah knows. And then she's in her confessional, please don't take my man. It's done. It's done. She can have anybody she wants in that villa. She can have anybody she wants in that villa. And that is going to turn that villa upside down. She got the pick of the litter. She got the pick of the litter. This is what I'm talking about, Love Island. Can we get this in mail form? Can we get this? I will say this. Oh, hold on. Because I think we are going to get soon and very soon. Not now, but I think next season of Love Island, we are going to get the bombshells that we're asking for, because this show has become so big. I thought I had it. Oh wait, I have it in my other phone. Let me get my other phone. Hold on. But this show has become so big that like it's competing with the NBA to the point where they're making jokes about it, right? They're making jokes about how impactful this show is. And where the hell is it? Oh, I wanted to show y'all this. It's this. I think I'll just do those four. And I'm going to tell you, when I show you this, I'm going to tell y'all why I think we are going to get the bombshells smell-wise that we have been looking for. Because Love Island has never had a problem getting woman bombshells. Like they've never had that issue. But they've always had a problem getting male bombshells because hot guys don't need Love Island. Like you don't need Love Island, right? And it wasn't that big of a show until Love Island USA was not that big of a show really like that until last season. But the reason why I'm saying that now we're going to get the hot male bombshells we were talking about is because it is. Jalen, his TikTok came across my page, and early, before, like while he was still in the villa, Jalen had like 900 followers. Let me look and see what this man has now. Because when I looked last night, Jalen had 7,778 followers. What does he have today? He got 1 million followers. Jalen got 1 million followers on TikTok. He was in that villa for 2 days max. In his comments, brands, Tarte, Hilton, Hemp's, UPS, Southwest, Beige Travel. Jalen, can we send you some luggage? Dr. Miami, Norwegian Cruise Line, Fabletics Men, Marriott Bonvoy, Walgreens, FedEx. Oh, we're about to get some hot bombshells, some hot men on Love Island, because now we got opportunity. Before, it was like, okay, this is something, it's getting a little traction. Now Love Island has proven that they can not only keep this audience, but they can maximize the audience and become a global phenomenon. Love Island USA, that's what I'm talking about. Become a global phenomenon. Jalen, who was a bombshell for 2 days. Homeboy started off with 900 followers when I saw his TikTok last week. He got 1 million today. He been out the villa for 1 day. He got 1 million TikTok followers. And every brand that you can think of, that was only a couple of pictures. Every brand that you can think of is asking him to, if they can send stuff, work with it. Like his life has changed. I don't know what Jalen was doing before. You can't go back to that job. It's money to be made. So now them fine guys are going to be like, oh, I don't need the show to get nobody, because that's what you're thinking. Oh, this is a show to get somebody and the money ain't that much. Now, ain't nobody going on Love Island for the money. You just want to be there for at least 2 days, because you can assure that if you're there for 2 days, you're going to be making triple what the winning outcome is, what the financial win from this game is. So it's not about the money that you get from Love Island now. It's about the fame, the fortune, and the opportunity. Jalen, 2 days he was in that damn villa. Oh, we're gonna get some fine men. And the thing about fine men, no shade. I love a black man from infinity to infinity. The thing about fine men, especially fine black men, that's what we've been asking for. Let's get some fine brothers, some fine dark-skinned brothers. Okay, the one Gorilla told us about. Get them on the show. The thing about them, they're the standard in my community, probably globally. But because they're the standard, they're not smart. So they're going to go on this show and they're going to give us a show because they're hot. Women are going to be clamoring and fighting over them. They're hot. They're going to give us a show. But we're going to have 2 shows because the show that they're going to give us on Love Island will not be compared to the show that's going to be happening on all of their social medias, because all of their women, all of the women that they are currently with, have been with, everybody going to be talking. Everybody gonna have something to say about Tyreek, the newest bombshell. So we're cooking with grease here. We're cooking with olive oil, okay? Extra virgin, okay? Organic. We're cooking with grease now. We got a show. And Love Island is about to get even hotter. Because now these hot people know they no longer got to work at Wendy's. They don't got to be a sales manager at H&M. Now they can go on Love Island and make some money by just being hot. The game has changed. The game has changed. I said, Jalen got $1 million. Oh my God. These people are going to be wealthy. They are going to be so wealthy. So everybody's going to be clamoring to get on this show now. And since we're talking about it, let's talk about Ace. Right? I am going to be watching him when he leaves the villa, because Ace is an actor, right? That's what he has in his profile, that he's an actor. If Ace is actually a good actor, he don't got to be great, but you're black, so you got to give it a little bit more. If he knows how to read a script, knows how to take direction, knows how to do blocking and stand in his lighting, he's going to work a lot in Hollywood. He's going to have a lot of TV show opportunities and film opportunities. I'm going to be very interested in his trajectory when he comes out of here, because if we start seeing this boy on TV and movies, Love Island is also going to change the entertainment industry. Because right now, for legitimate actors and just people within the entertainment industry who are not reality TV stars, reality TV is kind of looked down upon. Here is why. Reality TV was created during the first actor strike in LA. And that reality TV was created because you didn't need actors and you didn't need writers for reality TV. Now, you can tell somebody to do something, but as long as you don't write it down, you're not breaking any rules. So, breaking any union rules. So, reality TV is a format that the union, SAG-AFTRA, which is an actors union, can't really control because they're not using union talent. So it's looked down upon by a lot of the majority of legitimate actors and writers and people within the entertainment industry. So it's looked down upon. But I'm telling you right now, if he can make the legitimate leap from Love Island to TV to film, every young actor that you can think of is going to try to get on Love Island. That's going to become the standard, the stepping stool for breaking into the industry because of him, if he's successful. So I'm going to be watching him and to see how Demonic Raz B is going to change the entertainment industry as a whole. Very interesting dynamic happening with him here. But Love Island has become such a huge show. I would not be surprised if he takes off immediately. And then Love Island can be able to do whatever it wants because it's got hot people. And then you have actors, right? You have actors like in Ace coming to this show. So they are very easy and eager to work with production. What do you need me to do? Where do you need me to go? What do you need me to say? Who do you need me to kiss? Who do you need me to lead on? Who do you need for me to break up with? Like, they're on it because they're going to come there and use this just as a stepping stool. They're going to be using Love Island as an audition. So you have hot people, then you have hot people who are actors. The game has changed. The game is changed. So that's all I wanted to say, but I do want to get into tonight's episode. I really think that this edition of Andriana, I really think it's going to take the show to another level because she's everybody's type. And now these guys, especially the ones who are coupled up in the competition, Ace, the A-sets. Wait, where are the A-sets? Do I have them still here? Ace and the A-sets. I think, I got to get Jalen out of here. I think they are going to jeopardize their coupling. I think they're going to jeopardize their coupling over this fine team right here. Isn't that just like a man? Isn't that just like a man? So I think she's going to flip the villa upside down, and she's doing her job. That's what a bombshell should do. I think, because she's been watching, I think she's going to go after Jeremiah. But the problem is she's going to turn everybody's head. So she's going to be causing problems. And amen. That's what a bombshell is supposed to do. She will go down in history books with I forgot his name, with Ovi. Oh my God. Y'all talk about him all the time. Anytime you talk about a bombshell, y'all bring up Ovi. Oh, she's going to join him. She's going to join him. The work this woman is about to do in that villa. Damn producers. Y'all ate that. That's all I wanted to say about this episode. What do you guys have to say? We have 280 people in the chat. Please give your girl some likes. Please give your girl a like. She's going to turn that villa upside down. Upside down. Doesn't he? Can we talk about that? I was like, oh, he's really cute. I never thought that. I thought he was attractive, but I was like, oh, okay, Jeremiah. Child, ain't nothing like a free black man. Ain't nothing like a free black man, child. Hey, Nicole. Lane twin. Nicole said, I think Taylor knows Alondria is beautiful, but there's no romantic chemistry. I think many people are attractive, but I'm not attracted to them. Absolutely. I agree. I just think he knows that she's pretty. He doesn't find her attractive because what he thinks is attractive is very different than what Alondria represents. Ethan said, unfortunately, many people love him and genuinely think he's into Alondria. I hate it here. Yeah, Taylor's not going anywhere. If it's up to America, they're going to save him. He did not even need the Love Islanders to save him because America was going to save him regardless. Hey, Dwayne said, cannot wait to see the boys lose their mind. Oh, tonight is going to be so interesting. Tonight and Sunday, I can't wait. I cannot. She's everybody's type. Ryan said, but yeah, the new Bombshell's body is crazy. They did the woman wrong. They sure did. And the way they slow panned. The way they slow panned up on that girl's body and the way she walked in that villa, she knows who she is. Hola! Pepe took me out. I ain't never seen Pepe like that. He was so excited. We got some super chats. Ashley said, thank you so much, Ashley, for the super chat. Ashley said, loving your Love Island reviews. I don't watch this show, but your recaps are very entertaining and have a great weekend. Thank you so much, Ashley. Captain for Creativity, thank you for the super chat. Captain for Creativity said Ace losing the dance challenge was wild since dance is his brand, and he teaches those Pakistani men how to dance online. Regardless, he's the boss of the boys and the reason why I watch review the show. Yeah, he's good. Ace is an actor. He's good. And the show will be receptive, will now want to hire more actors because of how easy it is to work with Ace. But Ace lost the dance challenge because he didn't twerk. It was a twerking challenge. And that's why Megan gave it to Austin, because Austin twerked and then some. He did what needed to be done. Guys, I just thought about my food. I have some short ribs and cornbread waiting for me when I'm done with this live, and I can't wait to get to it. I can't wait to get to it. I don't know, but I honestly, I think it's the new Love Island watchers. Don't do that to me. I thought Nikki was his only supporter. Don't do that to me. I just feel he's such a sweetie. And I was really trying to defend him until I saw his Instagram, and I was like, well, here we are, presented with receipts. I have to change my opinion. But I think it's new Love Island watchers. They just love him. He's a lovable guy. He's a lovable guy. If he wasn't playing Alondria, we would all like him too. More than once. I don't know what she. Wait a minute. What? Oh, there it is. I kept on clicking on this comment. Finn said Alondria likes Taylor, and that's about it. Poor thing. I know she's never had to work this hard for a man's attention. Poor thing. Yes, we need to even out the bombshells. It's not fair. Every time there's a male bombshell, they send in a woman too. Why? Let the girls have some fun. Oh, the boys about to eat with little Miss Dominican. Oh, they about to eat with her. Chantel said, honestly, I don't even think Alondria is that into Taylor. I hope so. Cause I just feel like she gets big dogs in the real world. So I could never see her in the real world entertaining a Taylor, but maybe we're wrong, guys. Obviously, B said, funny enough, Taylor stood up to get to know Sierra more, and Sierra's Puerto Rican. Her last name is Ortega. Oh, yes. Sierra and them lip fillers. My God, today. The Internet 8 said, you see how Meg talked about it? Well, listen. Alondria is a Black American standard. Like, she's that girl in Black American communities. So we can recognize talent. Taylor can't. That's why we're like, who are you? Where are you from? Where are you from? All Day Finesse said Alondria eats down. OMG, her cheekbones struggle. I'm telling you, she's 70s fine. She's 70s fine. Miss Afro Majecta said Taylor wasn't even looking at her when he was twerking. Austin wanted to keep looking. Oh, Austin loves the Black body. All oppressors do. Megan King said, I have been screaming this the whole time that Taylor does not like that lady. LMAO, he gives Snow Bunny. Okay. Maggie said, Alondria, please move around, baby. That alien is not for you. He's so Men in Black coded. Avery said, I forget who it was, but at some point someone asked Taylor and someone else how it felt to be back in a couple, and Taylor said it felt great, but he didn't sound excited. He never sounds excited about her. Ever. Hey, Cindy. Cindy said, I hate that he's letting Alondria think he's into her. I hate that too. I hope Alondria is playing the game. We have 301 people in the chat. Please like the video. Will she? I'm telling you, Casa better be a smorgasbord for the women. Because I'm tired. Hannah said, Austin and Amaya don't match at all. Once she said she was a proud Dominican, maybe, oh my God, maybe that's what it is. Because he's so checked out. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, he's so checked out with her. And maybe it was that conversation. Oh, it was her pajamas? I thought she was ironing his shirt. Thank the Lord. Mia said, Austin isn't going to be able to fake it with the Maya. He's not convincing me. Shelly didn't do too much for Austin, so he could just coast by. But Amaya, yes. And he can't match it. You are right. She does. All the girls need a bombshell badly. Because the white girls got a bombshell. Amaya and Hannah. I mean, not Amaya and Hannah. What are their names? Hannah and Iris, they got their bombshell. Huda, I don't even recognize that. Huda's just like, oh, he's my type. Huda. Girl. The bombshells have been watching this show. These men are not coming on this show for you. They seen how you did Jeremiah. They do not want to be next. You're going to be in friendship couplings until movie night. She needs a man that talks as much as she talks, but also is just as affectionate as she is. She's overly affectionate. Girl, now what? Oh, I thought you said Alondria. I was supposed to be like, now what are you talking about? Absolutely. Pepe about to get real ethnic. Pepe about to get real ethnic. Just wait. Pepe is going to, Pepe will be speaking Spanish the entire time. And then he's going to be like, oh, I didn't even know I was doing it. Spanish is my first language. Pepe about to get real ethnic. I can't wait. All of them. Here's a twist. If she's interested in Shelly, I wouldn't put it past them amazing producers. Wait, they dropped the first look already? What time is it? Oh, it's almost 2. So yeah, for me. So yeah, that's normal. Oh, let me see.
Are you closed off? Are you open?
No, I'm definitely open.
I feel like it's so hard being a bombshell. Like, my job is to be the bad guy. I'm taking your man.
Oh, man, he pulled Sierra. TJ, I'll take good care.
Yes!
Would you like it in a paper?
Of course.
I saw her up pull Pepe. Yep.
Emotions are involved, like, on a whole new level now.
I think y'all came in for some messy. I got it
Oh! They got the boys in panties?
I don't even know who I'm kissing at this point. All I know is I'm having a lot of fun.
Come on, Sierra. Wait. Yes, Adriana!
It hurts. Who do you think has been planting drama and watching it grow?
Huda.
Who do you think needs to leave the herd? I'm gonna pick. Somebody has a crush. Somebody has a crush. You know I wasn't gonna stay out of retirement for long. I'm just trying to get to know my options. That's it.
We got a show. We got it. Oh my! Wait! Where is she? Yes! He said, "My job is to be the bad guy." Yes! Come on, girl. Give us a show. I was shocked at Sierra. Not Sierra exploring. What is going on? Oh, them damn producers. They are earning this Emmy. My God, today. Sierra said, yeah, I'm interested. Sierra, wait, I got some more super chats. Yes. Oh, come on now. Obviously me, thank you for the super chat. Obviously, me said Nick saying small waist, big bank when he had to face off against Alondria took me out. Also, the producers aren't slick. They put Nick against Ola. Obviously, me, I hope it happens for you. I hope this happens just for you. Thank you so much, Chantel, for the super chat. Chantel said hula pulling Pepe after Hannah was such a supporter. We can't keep on having this conversation. And girl, you know I'm just joking. But Huda is not a girl's girl. She's not a Huda is very male-centered. To sit there with that smirk talking to Hannah, you know I gotta explore. She's not a girl's girl. And that's a shame. That is a shame. Oh, we got a show. We got a show. Obviously, me said anyone P-Pop Pepe and me. He's about to get real epic, but didn't really want to with Amaya. The new girl and Maya are both Dominican, but clearly look, yeah. And I won't say, here's the thing. I won't say that they look different, but they still look, you know what I mean? Like the same in Afro-ness. And here's what I want to say. I'm just speaking to my people. I'm just speaking to Black Americans. Amaya and Adriana or Adrianina, however they identify is how they identify. It's how they identify. If they say, I know Black guy Dominican, you better accept that. You better accept that. That election should have told y'all they not like us. Learn from this. Do not try to force them girls to identify a way they haven't identified. America, people identify differently outside of America, and let it be that. Please do not force them to identify as something they've never done before. Y'all still getting on Zoe Saldana. That poor little Spanish woman. But you know what? In their defense, she has played a lot of Black American characters. Anyway, it is what it is. We're getting off topic. But I still think that they, here in America, they would be considered Black. But I don't think one would be considered more Blacker than the other because thickness look light-skinned. She looks light-skinned. So, but I get exactly what you're saying. She looks more like she has more of the trans film queen aesthetic from the 90s, the Black trans film queen aesthetic from the 90s. That's what's popular today. I don't think a lot of young women realize that they just look like Black trans film queens from the 90s. Like y'all all look like Sanaya, right? I don't think they know that because they don't know where this aesthetic comes from, but that's where it comes from because popular men, especially athletes, that's the kind of woman they're attracted to. So, anybody in like the media, they have an influence. So they influence how people think and operate. So that aesthetic has been brought mainstream. And I don't think a lot of women know that aesthetic is from Black trans film queens from the 90s, because that is who a lot of athletes, rappers, men in position of power, that's the standard for them. Stay woke. They're the standard. Telling you because it's true. Fid said, who the stalking the speaking? She's not used to being rejected by Black men. I'm telling you, that is her thing. She's just like, now a white man, maybe. A Black man? Absolutely not. Nello said, Huda looks so pathetic. Damn near begging for a kiss is whack. She's so young and so hot. She don't know it though. CJ said, I think she got to sit in her new identity for a minute before she can really start to be that girl. CJ said Maya needs to hold back a little bit from all this men, so she doesn't come off desperate. The right man will find her, hopefully in Casa, if she makes it. Love her down. I think she's just moving desperate because she like wants to stay on the show, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her. They're probably going to swap these couples so many times, Raquel. The way America flipped that villa upside down. Oh, we're coming back. They're definitely bringing America back. Cindy said, "I would love to hold a Hudson." I would have told Huda. Oh, okay. I would have told Huda, you can talk to him when I'm done. Huda is exhausting. Child. Poor thing. But she's going to do so well outside of this villa. When she leaned in because she just knew that she still had her claws in him. Jeremiah is done. Jeremiah is done. Megan said, "May this level of delusion never find me." Child, it was, Lord, it was so embarrassing. Rain said, "I don't know if that's the case for her. That ex is something else." Oh, Huda? Listen. Probably, girl. Always Prices said, "Facts. It's because they equate their desirability to their otherness." Absolutely. But again, they don't understand what kind of black men that they are engaging with, because non-black people see black people as like a monolith. Like they feel like they've met one, they met us all. We're so complex. We're so different from region to region, city to city, state to state, neighborhood to neighborhood. There's so many cultures and identities within the Black American community just in general. But it's those a lot of Black Americans who have proximity to whiteness or are in like other spaces that are not Black American, that they become the representative for us. So people think, like non-Black people who have only encountered those kind of Black people, think that we're all like that. And it's just like, That's why y'all be getting that rude awakening when y'all be trying to say the N-word to every and anybody. And then y'all get that one Black that was raised in the Black community that don't play that. Mexican OT he's blessed to have been in communities of Black people that allow that nonsense. But he don't realize outside of Texas, that's not gonna rock. And so, but that's the thing. That's just how it is with everybody, right? You equate this person that you've met from this community, you equate all of them being like that until you get around other people from that same community. But Black Americans are extremely complex. We are not the same. Blacks in North Philly ain't the same as Blacks from West Philly. Two totally different accents as well. Yasmin said, "It looks like Huda is finally going to clock in next episode." I think she's going to be moving like a bombshell. Good for her. She should have been a bombshell. Megan King said her problem is outside of being a closeted mental patient. Oh my God. She has no real personality. She leads with her coochie. And if that doesn't work, then she loses her blank. Isn't that a lot of women though? And that's the problem. A lot of women think that to control a man, you can control a man with your vagina. You're not controlling no man with no vagina in 2025, especially when pussy is readily available for them, right? So you're not going to be able to control them with that anymore. You got to do something else. You have to do something else. And my suggestion is, if you want any man, just be popular. Just be popular. There are so many men who are drooling over women now just because a man that they desire to be like said that this woman was desirable. Hello. Dominican thickness is the beauty standard because white men say she is. Now you got men of color, every man under white men are like, "Oh, this is the standard. This is who we want." A white woman that looks like Gollum can take down the baddest Black man you will have ever seen because a white man said that she is the standard of beauty. Period. So if you want to get any man, just be popular. Like them escorts I was talking about that was saying that Megan Thee Stallion wasn't her current boyfriend's type. They forgot that their identity, they were white women. They forgot that their identity and their privilege and power can be bought, right? So whiteness just means prosperity. So what they forgot was that Megan Thee Stallion, not only is she famous, she's influential and she's wealthy. You can now compete. You can't compete with her at this level. Now, maybe a black chick on your level, you probably could. But now you can't compete with a Megan Thee Stallion. She's out of your league. So for that brother that you had for that one time that was telling you that his type is white women, you're gagged that all of a sudden Megan Thee Stallion is his type. Of course, Megan Thee Stallion is his type because her influence, her popularity, and her wealth supersedes your whiteness because your whiteness can be bought. And she bought it. So now he's over here and you can't get yourself together. You're like, how in the hell does he want to be with her? Because although you're white, you don't have her influence and you don't have her wealth. So if you want a man, just be popular. Just be popular. Hey, Camille. Camille said, I'd be curious to know why it didn't work out with Huda and her baby daddy. I mean, clearly we see her on the show, but I don't want to know. I want to know what was the last straw. They were 19. That's the last straw. They were 19. They were 19. And he's a military guy. So he was probably shipped off a lot when they first, when they first became parents. And listen, you can't keep a hot girl down for long. CJ said that's why we all love Cordell. He is the man. What I also loved about Cordell was just the way he did not let them. He had his own mind. He did not let the men shake him concerning Serena. He knew that he wanted her, and he went after her no matter what they said. He did not let the men shake him, and here we are. Always Prices says, so sad to see the baddest in the room just happy for the bare minimum from men they know will not be doing more. And for men, can we be honest, they would not be looking at if they were in the real world. Always Prices said, Jeremiah said at some point that he was in therapy for the past few years. I definitely saw it paying off as he listened, reflected, tried to find solutions and set new boundaries. I'm going to tell you something. I like Jeremiah outside of Huda. I feel like I'm going to really be enjoying him and probably rooting for him in the end. I like him. I like him. I also looked at his TikTok. I like what I see. I think he's a good guy. I enjoy him. I don't need him drooling over a dark-skinned black woman for me to root for him. I don't care if you are not attracted to dark-skinned black women. They rejected Jesus. Why not me? But I really like him. I think he gives me good guy. I think he's a good guy. I could see myself rooting for him. Spitzy said Sierra and Taylor ate her up. I was really surprised that Huda thought he saved her. She does not realize that the only reason why she was saved was because of Taylor. She doesn't get it. Ace thinks he's running the show. He's running it because they're allowing him to think that. He's not running nothing. All of them do. We need to get some real like the bombshell that we got for the men last night. We need that same level for the women. Lion, Alondria, I'm telling you, I love me some Alondria, but she be sounding like Huda when she's talking about Taylor, and I'll be listening to her like, Alondria, that did not happen. Why are you lying? Girl, stop. Ice Macchiato said Taylor doesn't even kiss right. Oh, God. Oh, it pissed me off with that nonsense. No way she likes his kisses. Listen, No, isn't episode 16 tonight? No, episode 15 was last night. I'm talking about episode 15 now. Episode 16 I'll be reviewing tonight after the show. I couldn't believe it. And let me tell you something. She was taking it. Jesus. She was taking it. I said, Hannah. And then when she turned around, I said, I should not be watching this. Insane. I was like, this, oh my God. And Pepe looking around, making sure. I cannot believe they have sex on this show. That's too fast, Hannah. Pepe forgot that he was knee deep in her guts a few hours before. Hannah who? Hannah who? Baby, it's over. Jess Jordan said, I hated the Shelly and Olo combo, but Ola is trying to force Goofy and Shelly doesn't want to be saved. At this point, my mama voice is saying, I can't want for you more than you do. I'm done. Ciao. Hannah said, I'm going to enjoy my summer. I love her. I love her. I cannot wait for the reunion and we talk about this scene with Charlie. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Maggie said, the audience can't believe all the black men are falling for Huda either every week. There's a new theory that she's hallelujah. Thank you for preaching. It's crazy. It's because a lot of non-black people or black people who have grown up in non-black spaces, a lot of y'all think that the black men that you have met are the standard. And that's why I'm always on here preaching the truth about the Black American community. That's why I was not going to let y'all tell me that Taylor is a colorist without any receipts, because I'm just like, this is not the norm. They are not the norm. It's just because they either desire white adjacency or that's all they know because of where they have grown up. But Huda can't turn the head of like a black man, a black American man that's like in a black community. Now he gonna hit and he gonna trick on her. He gonna have her trick on him, but he's not staying with her for too long. He gonna get what he can get, and as soon as she try to get possessive, he's out. He's out. And all the stuff that he was getting from her, he was giving to his baby mother. Anyway, it's a mess. It's a mess. But what I'm saying is, like, the majority of black men are not attracted to non-black women. Like, the majority of black men are attracted to black women. I just think that people who, like the Hudas, I think they come across black men with low racial self-esteem, or black men who grew up in non-black spaces, who treat them like a prize, because those black men who have, and this could go for any person of color guy. I'm just speaking of my community because that's what I know. But because those guys, because they grow up in environments where they feel like they're ugly, they're not wanted, they hate their skin, because they're not grown up, they don't grow up around their people where there's pride in being black. So they don't have that connection. And so when somebody who is not black chooses them, they feel so special because for so long they have been overlooked and felt ugly. So Huda comes across those kind of black men, and then she gets in front of a black guy who can get anybody. And she's gagged that he's not drooling over her. She can't understand that. And then when he gets with somebody that doesn't look like her, she's just like, well, that isn't his type. So I don't understand. No, baby, they're not all like that. The strays that you find outside of the community, they got a lot going on. Pray for them. But they are not the standard. You are not the standard in black spaces. You think that because of the black people that you have met. Just because you met one black person didn't mean that you met all of us. And if you met that black person in your space, they are not connected to us, unfortunately. Like, they don't have that community connection. But that's the thing. That's why they believe what they believe. And we also get black men like that on TV, on these kind of shows. So you're just like, oh, this is how they all are. Media is very powerful, but it's also extremely dishonest. Um, oh my God, no! Not after last night. Not after last night, poor thing. Hey, Holly. Holly said, yep, and now Hannah is going to be in shambles. She is going to be in shambles. My God, today. Hey, Audrey. Audrey said, surprise. Megan said, Huda's face card is lethal. No shade, but the eyelashes really distracted me. Charlie is supposedly a Trump supporter Zionist, so his family said they won't work. Oh, and H's family said they won't work outside the show. With all of that, still, they're not going to work outside the show because Hannah is banging Pepe. Like, they're not going to work. Hannah and Charlie are not going to work. And I'm not surprised that Megan said that Huda's face card is lethal. She's gorgeous. Money well spent. Money well spent. Gas her up. But I think that Megan was gassing up all the women, so she was just looking for, just things about them to really gas them up. But she got a lethal face card. Nick's funny. Mamacita. I'm so happy for Meg. Asira said Meg was so fun, very enjoyable to watch. She really breathed new life into that villa, and it was so needed. It really, really, really was. Look, you can look for it. I don't know if this show will get big enough to get Beyonce. You never know. But celebrities are going to be clamoring to this show. And then they're also going to be contracted to appear on this show by whatever studio they're working with because of how popular this show is. Miss Brown Sugar said Meg was an amazing guest host, from the production promo to the quality time with the girlies and hosting that incredibly fun challenge. Real hot girl. She was great. She was a great, not stand-in, sub for Ariana. And I think now, because of Megan and how good of a job she did and how much we love that episode, look for more guest hosts. Look for more guest hosts. Ariana, work that into the contract, where even if you don't appear on an episode, you still get paid for that episode. Water. Move like water. Move like water. And if she is, good for her. Good for her. They make great money, especially in Atlanta. Good for her. Why are you calling her JD Vance? And I hate the fact that I can see it. Don't do that to DJ. The white girls need love too, y'all. Now, come on. Iris needed somebody. Iris wasn't picking none of them ethnics in that villa. Iris needed her type, and I'm happy for her. After everything that she has endured, she deserved a TJ. She deserved a TJ. Hey, Metamorphosis, thank you for being here. You're right on time. The Gen Z is red pilled, so y'all gotta unred pill them. I hate to say it, Gen Z. I love y'all. Thank y'all for enjoying my content. I feel like a lot of y'all are going to get unred pilled when y'all get that draft letter. Iran ain't playing. Keep us in your prayers. Asira said, and I like the promo and product placement, felt natural. Yes, it wasn't overdone. It made sense. Legit, the perfect promo for her brand. I absolutely agree. It was just a great episode. It worked. And also, Gen Z, that wasn't what I said was not light. That was not, I wasn't doing it as a light thing. I was just really letting y'all know that man is crazy, and he is about to put us in some wars, and you guys are the only ones young enough to fight it. Adios meals. Adios meals. Get him out of there immediately. Clock in. Clock in. We got another super chat. Thank you, Spency. Spency said, there is a vote tonight, Nikki. Also, you look stunning. Thank you. There's a vote tonight? Oh, what is it? What is it? What is the vote for? Let me know. Obviously me. Thank you for the super chat. Obviously me said, now we got Nick talking about his strong toe. The boys, oh gosh, the boys are going to disappoint, but it's going to be good TV. All Day Finesse said, I need a bombshell that looks like Skepta, Tyson Beckford, Dameson, and Aaron Pierre. I don't think we're going to get them this season. We're definitely going to get them next season. This show is so popular, everybody's going to want to be on it. Everybody's going to be on it to promote something, and everybody's going to want to be on it. We're going to get the Skeptas next season. We are definitely going to stop saying that TJ looked like JD Vance. Y'all are a mess. Just Jonathan said Adriana is next level up from Huda in terms of brothers. Yep. She is the literal personification of who Ace and Jeremiah. Yes. Little foreign thing. Yep. Foreign thing. Insane. That waist to hip ratio, crazy work. I said, oh, we got a show. She is going to set that villa ablaze. And the fact that she's like, I'm a bombshell. I know I came here to steal somebody's man. Thank you, sis. Thank you for doing your job. My God, today. Irene said it's genuinely not fair to the women and the men to get the best, to the women for the men to get the best bombshells. Yeah. But I don't think we're going to get them this season. I don't think we're going to get great male bombshells this season. I'm not saying that the men before are not great. I'm just saying we need to get the standard, guys. We need to get the standard. We need the 6'5s. We need the dark-skinned ballers. Like, come on. Like, I don't want to play these games. Y'all know what we talking about that we need on this villa. Carmen says she looked unreal, so much so she's clearly a plant and no man should disrupt their game plan for her. Oh, she got a billionaire waiting for her back home. No way she's single. No way she needs Love Island to get a man. She's working. Let me tell you something. The way the Dominicans are bombshelling, they need to, who's ever casting Dominicans, keep it coming. And when you're done, let's go to Brazil. Let's do what needs to be done. That's the thing, All Day Finesse. There's no more couples. That's why she's such a great bombshell. There's no more. The minute she walked in, all them couples died. Yes, that's what a bombshell is supposed to do. Everybody said, let's go. Obi didn't even have that impact. He walked into that villa looking the way he looked and nobody moved. Adriana walked into that villa and everybody said, I'm single and exploring. Yes, that is what a bombshell is supposed to do. My God, today she ate. Everybody at my party, yeah, crazy when she walked in. Girl, she ate that. She ate that. And the fact, listen, she's slim thick. We get it. But when I looked at them legs, I say, yeah. She's not like bone straight. She got the waist is snatched. But that butt and them legs, I'm like, yeah. Let's switch up the beauty standard in the villa. Let's go. No, y'all not saying that he work at y'all are haters. And stop saying that he looks like JD Vance. Everybody's single now. That's what we need. And we need a male bombshell of that equivalent. We need a male bombshell to walk in and all the women go, oh, I think I want to explore. Miguel did that. Miguel walked in and all of a sudden Serena didn't want to. Serena and Janae were fighting over him. Fighting. Remember when Serena was talking to Miguel up in the balcony and Janae came in and Serena was like, Janae, can you wait? That's what we need. You need that. They lost their minds. They could not get into it. I mean, they could not shake it. She was. That's what a bombshell is supposed to do. And now, Love Island, you set yourself up because you sending her in here. You can't mess up no other way. When you sent Miguel, everybody had an issue this season because it's just like season 6 can get a Miguel. Y'all need to send us something like that. Y'all have set the standard. You can't play around no more. I think, unlike Huda, she's a girl's girl. But she's also a bombshell, and she's here to play her position. 306 people in the chat. Please like the video. He was the funniest one. You cannot write that. That was so like, it was such a great moment because we've never seen Pepe like that. We have never seen him so excited. He was bright red. He could not believe it. Pepe was like, it's Christmas. He was a brand new person. OMG. B. Nichols said Ace was doing too much when Adriana walked in. The disrespect he shows to Shelly is crazy. We need bombshells for the girls. See, this is the thing. I know everybody's just like, oh, Alondria and Shelly, they're not exploring. Who are they going to explore with? That's the thing. Don't get mad at the women. Get mad at Love Island because they don't have options. The men have so many options. The women do not. She sent him back to the motherland. He became indigenous when she walked in. He could not get it together. And that's what she's supposed to do. That is a bombshell. That is a bombshell. Oh, my poor baby Shelly. Shelly put her head down. I said, oh my God, today. I hate what Adriana is about to do to this villa, but it's going to be amazing TV. It's going to be amazing TV. OMG. And Adriana knows who she is. So the lady's not going to be able to punk her either. That's a bombshell. That is a bombshell. I think they sent her for Jeremiah because remember, guys, when you watch reality TV shows, just know it's scripted. Not heavily, but it's absolutely scripted. They are showing you, they're giving you a storyline, and they are showing you, they are giving you, you are getting a lot of foreshadowing a lot of the time. That conversation, that quick conversation with Ace and Jeremiah, and Ace said, oh, so you waiting for a little foreign thing to walk through the door. They didn't need to put that in because it was that scene was in between two completely different scenes that had nothing to do with that conversation. But they put that in to foreshadow Adriana. They let y'all know when you watch that scene, you knew a foreign ting was coming to the villa for Jeremiah. Because when they have their main cast, they cast the bombshells for the main cast. So they know what they like going in. They know what they're interested in. They know what their type is. And that's how they cast the bombshells. My God, today. See, I didn't see her season, but I heard that she was a phenomenal bombshell. I don't know why Maya didn't work. I don't know. There has been The season that I started watching, the season with Keshe and Cinco, there was an Asian girl on there, and she was in love with this Italian guy, I think. And they were together for a really long time. I think they just broke up. Miss Marshall said, Nikki, I don't know if I believe it. Here and on the UK, they always play the women. Well, on Love Island, I hate that. I hate that. Holly said, I can tell Hula cosplays as Latina when she can. So this chick is exactly cooking with grease, Holly. You're cooking with grease. Absolutely. There are a lot of women out there who be Latina fishing. Absolutely. And it's always a specific Latina. Miss Lou said Pepe is Spanish and they tend to look down on Latinos, at least from what I was hearing online from the motherland versus the U.S. Oh, see, I'm not Latino, so I'm not going to get in their business. All I know is that Pepe reverted back to factory setting when he saw Adriana. Love Like Yours said, I was at a watch party and there were more men than women. I said, oh, we're growing. Oh, absolutely. The men are invested because the women are watching it. So now the men are watching the shows with them. And now they're getting invested too, where it's becoming their own thing. Always Priceless said, Jalen has so many brands in the comments trying to send him promo items. He better get Serena and Janae's representation if he can. Jalen is going to blow. Get everybody. But that's, my thing is, if this is how they're treating Jalen, that main cast, eating. Let's refresh. He's still at a milli. My God, he has 3 videos. 3 videos. His first video on his page. He did not have a TikTok before. His first video on his page is him thanking everybody from Love Island. It has 9.7 million views. Love Island has changed the game, baby. Love Island has changed the game. Audrey said they messed up not having Jeremiah as a bombshell. The Meg vibe with the girls is what I thought Janae and Serena also could have brought. So we both have moments. I wanted S&J to host the game. Oh, instead of Paige. Well, the thing about it is Serena and Janae, they're booked and busy. Janae is on another TV show, another game show on Peacock. Rob is on Traders. So they're all booked and busy. So even if Love Island wanted them, I don't think they could have got them. Crystal said, I don't even like TikTok, and I even started following Jalen. Hope he stays a sweetie. He will. He's a lovable guy. He's going to do very well. That's a great idea. Audrey said, I want Jalen to become a travel influencer. Andrea played it so wrong. She's still talking about that she was there to bombshell and they didn't show her friendships with the girls. Nobody messed up a bigger opportunity than her. It was just crazy the way she tanked that opportunity. I would have been all about the girls and being like, it is what it is. I'm happy to see them win. I can't wait to meet up with my girls. She blew that opportunity. Obviously, me said Love Island Games had the best male bombshells consecutively. So they'll probably give Love Island Games all the hot male. Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, this is the show to be on. This is a show to be on. Everybody's going to be on their A game. I don't think they will. These producers know what they have, and they're going to keep it up. It has absolutely changed. Season 6 changed Love Island forever. Season 6 changed Love Island forever. They are going to be on it. They are going to be on their A game. And I think it's just going to get better and better every season. He's going to be on everything. I'm telling you, if he is able to become a legitimate successful actor after this, actors are going to be going on Love Island. That's going to be the place where you want to go to break into the entertainment industry. She doesn't know, though. She doesn't know what America is seeing. She about to find out. She about to find out when everybody cuss her out about getting rid of Jalen. E for Empathy said, people were saying Ace was trying to hit on Meg. I didn't think it was that serious. He was trying to make an impression for possible career opportunities. I just think they were fanning out. Ryan said Cordell is doing that too. He's on his first acting role, I think, with Kiki's production. This is about to be the show to be on. Let me get a couple more and then I'm going to let y'all go because I got another live coming up, child. Yeah, let me get out of here. Obviously, me, thank you for the super chat. Obviously, me said we need some Carrington Rodriguez or Kenny Rodriguez Latinos for the women. We're going to get them. If we don't get them this season, I'm telling you, we're going to get them next season. I'm telling you, we are going to get them next season. 322 people in the chat, guys. Let's like the live. Share if you care. Child, I'm trying to get as many as I can. Mama Star said, hi, Star family. We had 340 at one point. Of us in the chat, please like the video. Nikki only has 126 likes. Thank you, Mom, for being on it. Hey, Jordan said, the lashes kill me. Thankfully, she stopped all the crying because her face was getting too swollen. Well, it doesn't work. It did not work. I hope she gets it and stops moving so fast with these men. JK Knight 1316 said, I really wish we could dispel the suburban black myth. Quiet as it's kept, the ones that did not have access to snow bunnies growing up suddenly do are the ones who are the hardest chasers. Suburban black, I also think we got to stop assuming that suburban means white, because there are a lot of suburban black communities where it's all black people. I lived in one in Atlanta. When I was in Atlanta, oh my God. I didn't live in Atlanta. I live on the outskirts of Atlanta, but we were in a suburban black community. Like, everybody was black and doing well. I was like, I like this. So suburban, we got to stop thinking that suburban is white. It's just, I say suburban like outside of the city. That's what that means. It does not mean white. But I know it is assumed to be that. Just John said, if Huda were 4 inches taller, she would be standing next to her brother at the NBA draft in New York. And good for her. Play the game. Don't let it play you. Hey, Mary. Mary said, that's why I always thought the castings were going out of their way to cast black men who are not attracted to black women. I don't think they're going out of their way. I think they're looking for a certain kind of black man, because at one point, this show had a largely white viewership. Just like with The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, people are always like, oh, why aren't they going for other black people? Because they are casting black people who see white people as the standard for them. Why are they doing that? Because their audience is white. And you are not going to cast a show with a white audience, and these people are not going to pick a white partner. Why? Because the audience wants to see themselves be chosen. Now that Love Island is getting this attention from the black community, especially because of Serena and Cordell, now they had the attention of, a certain sector of the black community, people who just knew about Love Island, right? Now there's a lot of black people tapping in and really running up the numbers because black Americans are the influence, right? The show is trending everywhere because we're having these conversations about the show. Now we're going to get black love on Love Island every season. Every season we're going to get it. And that is thanks to Serena and Cordell. They did what hadn't been done on that level ever on Love Island USA. They did their big one, and they changed the game forever. Yvette said the guy bombshells look, oh no, don't do him. Obviously, me said, we've seen Jeremiah have fun and we've seen his softer side. The only time we see that with Huda is when he's comforting others like a mom. Ciao. Yep. Eve Empathy said, notice how Ace and Jeremiah have been cool now? As much as we hate Ace, he wasn't wrong at all. Ciao. He seems very likable, Katie. He seems more likable in any of his chats with Iris in the entire time when he was with Huda because he can finally breathe, and it's great to see. He's having a good time, and he's likable. I don't know who I'm absolutely rooting for, Alondria and Shelly, but Jeremiah, I might be rooting for him too. I might be rooting for him too. He seems like a good guy. He seems like a good guy. Megan said, "I'm an elder Gen Z." Hey, this ain't got nothing. Child, if you are 30, you're good. But what I like, in all honesty, what I'm saying is that be clocked into what's happening. It's going to get worse before it gets better. But I'm just like, that red pill stuff that is taking over the younger generation, y'all better wake up before it's too late. Y'all better wake up and start fighting back before it's too late. It's a scary time. Bingo! Bingo! She can get whoever she wants. She can get, now that's the girl that can get whoever she wants. And that is the girl who's been getting whoever she wants her entire adult life. She's a baddie as an adult. She was a baddie in high school. She ain't never had no growth spurt or nothing. She's been that girl for a very long time. And that's what you need. And oh, yes, she in a bombshell. Yes, she is. I forgot about that. You guys are right. You guys are right. Hey, Dwayne. Dwayne said Huda was losing it when they were kissing in the challenge because she's still on that guy. She's trying to act like she is not on him because Jeremiah has moved on. And so she's trying to act like she don't care. She's still on it. She is still on him. Obviously, me said Joey Essex has already been on Love Island UK. They definitely going to get more personalities. Yep. Well, that's for UK. In America wasn't checking for Love Island like that until last season. Now, let's go. Audrey O said, I met when Serena and Janae were on After Sun. Have them come on and host the game. They were already doing TikToks in the villa while the cast were sleeping, or at least have Shelly and Ola call in. I like that. But again, they are booked and busy. I don't know if they're going to be able to. Rain said, Leo was not cute to me because I could tell he was not in a black. He's cute aesthetically. Oh, I don't know, Leo. What season was that? What season was that? Child. Thank the Lord I'm old and with bad knees. My God, today. See, y'all can't play around with these elections. One day you're going to vote in a nut job, and here we are. You're going to vote in a nut job that got too much dip on his chip and be talking to America's enemies like he knows that we can beat them. Iran ain't never liked us. I don't know. They ain't never played nice with us. I don't know. They've been waiting for a moment to get in a fight with us. I don't know. I don't know. It's scary out there. It's scary out there. We're gonna end with JK Night 1316. Make sure you like the chat, the video, whatever. Like the damn video. I love y'all. JK Knight said, yes, Nikki, I agree. And not gonna lie, black people in black suburban neighborhoods tend to stick together in my experience. I was saying suburban as shorthand because that's, absolutely. I get what you mean. But yeah, there's a lot of black suburban neighborhoods all around. And let me tell you something. When I was in one, I was a little bougie. It's a little bougie. It was nice to see. I don't know. It was nice. I had a good time. Tonight, it comes out tonight. For me on the East, it's 9 p.m. on the East Coast. For the West, it'll be 6 for us. It'll be 6 for us. So that's when you can watch it. I am going to and they are black down. They don't play. They don't play about this. But I will be on live tonight after Love Island USA season 7, episode 16 premiere. So right after that, probably 30 minutes after, because I need time. I need time to compare my notes and get my stuff together before I come on here. But I'll be on tonight. And again, guys, tonight is a call-in show. So if you want to call in and chat about the show, good. Because what I've been doing is just clicking on your comments and reading them. But it would be so much better for you to just come here and talk about what you feel or your comment or whatever. So that could be a better. I don't know. We're going to try it. It may be a better way of conversing and connecting everyone in the chat, I think, but we will see. Girl, I'm watching it tonight. What? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. See you later. See you later tonight. Love y'all. For the guys who are going to watch me in my next live for Bachelor in Paradise, I'm probably going to move it for about 15 minutes because I want to eat some. I want to eat some of my Juneteenth food. I've been on this live thinking about it. So I want to give me a little Juneteenth snack, and I'll see you soon. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. Please make sure you like the live. The Star family is growing. I appreciate everybody who is here because you're also lovely, and I have fun when I'm on here with you all. Yes, Holly, I would give time limits. I will give time limits. Okay, well, Lollipop, I'm just going to try it tonight to see how it works because the Love Island chat, it's normally like today, it was like 3 something. Normally it'd be like 500 people in there and it'd be like 2,000 comments. And that'd be a lot. So I'm going to see how it works tonight. And then if it works like that, I'll have multiple. So you guys do not have to worry. Like the video. Love y'all. See y'all soon. Bye. Now we got